everyone, and welcome to episode 16 of Adventure SMP. This is our second talkback episode. I'm very excited. We just left the second world. We left Hypixel. We are back in the default world that we started off our adventure in, and the players have some plans. So we are going to, this episode, just take a chill, do a little bit of a talkback. Not a lot of editing on my part, which is really helpful. It's like a week break, which is really nice, but I hope you enjoy the talk back. Let us know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, and I hope you enjoy. And welcome to episode 16 of Adventure SMP. This is our second talkback episode. My name is Tay, also known as Seashell Vids. My pronouns are they, he, and I am your Dungeon Master story leader. I'm here with
What's
my
up, everybody?
players. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? I was trying to jump the gun. I was trying to see how quickly I could do it.
Go.
Jump right in. Hi, what's up, everybody? My name is... What's up, everybody? I was just looking at my levels, and they're just, like, red the whole time. Sorry, Jared. Hi, everybody. My name is Eric, also known as Hey Good. I play Peebus, who is a level 2 human bard. My pronouns are he, him, and yakety yak. Let's talk back.
That was actually really cute.
That was pretty good, right?
I like that.
Thanks.
Hello, everybody. My name is Business Ray, pronoun they, thems, and today I'll be playing Jamie.
Nice.
Pronouns also they, them.
You just Jamie, not like business Jamie or like talkback Jamie, just Jamie?
No, Business Ray is playing Jamie today. We'll see how that goes.
Cool.
Hi, my name is Petal. I am new, and I am usually playing Groki, pronouns they, them, plasmoid paladin, slime hybrid, but since it's a talkback episode, don't know what happened there. Since it is a talkback episode, you won't be hearing from Groki, and instead you'll just be hearing me talk about Groki and a bunch of other things, whatever we decide to talk about.
So in this last world, we started by y'all hopping in and kind of going, oh shoot, this is a doomsday world, is it not? Well, this is Murder Town. And y'all started with the murder mystery party, which was honestly quite exciting for me. I was pretty happy with that one. So we did murder mystery, and then we did dodgeball, or do we do Bed Wars first? I forgot to write down the order.
I think
we did dodgeball and then Bed Wars.
And then Bed Wars. And then there was the jumping off.
And then, oh yeah, because then Peebus ended up joining Top Hat Man for a little bit and did the dropper, hide and seek, and parkour. And then y'all went into the little dungeon where Peebus asked to join the party again because he knew his time was running out.
That's
and then
right.
Y'all fought and beat Top Hat Man. And then you just kind of wrapped things up.
Yeah, threw some bread around, plopped some cakes, learned some names.
You found some friends along the way. In the murder mystery, you found friends, and you guys became the Nuance Nine.
That's right,
and
very
you went through
nuanced,
everything together.
We did do everything together.
I realized I didn't say like on recording for you guys, I don't think, but I did like do an insert. Armius was submitted by Gun. I thought he was cute. Armius, he, him, and a little fun fact that he liked was he had a pet velociraptor at one point. Didn't come up in conversation. Thought it was cute.
Nice.
Celia, I came up with a friend. Clay, I did not come up with. Clay was submitted by Gun.
Thanks, Gun.
Cowboy Changeling is all I was told, and I just leaned hard into that cowboy.
Nice.
Octavius was submitted by my work mom, Marissa. Theodora and Harmony were also submitted by Marissa. Theodora's thing was hopeless romantic. And then immediately she went, girlfriend, harmony, love interest, the girl next door. I was like, that's actually really cute. Thank you.
That is very cute. I'm sorry I called your character Dirt so many times, Gun. Clay is a perfectly good name.
No. Gun deserves it.
Oh, we're not sorry? I'm not sorry, Gun.
No. So context, Gun came from my Twitch chat and we have this thing where we just go at each other's throats in a friendly way. No, I love Gun so much. But I tell him he's not allowed opinions. And I tell him I'm not sorry about things. I yell at him. All in good fun, but yeah. So shout out to Gun and Marissa for those NPCs that were very helpful and I couldn't keep straight.
And I loving the name Armius and Octavius, by the way. Very cool having two people named Armius and Octavius around.
They're such good names. Oh my gosh, some of the NPCs that were submitted for the next world.
I can't wait to meet them. I cannot wait to meet them.
There are two of them that you guys will be meeting. They are at a plot point that are based off two of my real life best friends. We all hopped on call and like made character sheets for these characters because I was like, I want these NPCs to be perfect, and they're really cute and I love them and I can't wait for y'all to meet them.
Nice.
I'd like to interact more with NPCs like going forward. And like I feel like I always poke fun at NPCs because it's fun to do, but I'd be interested to see like if Peebus, trusted an NPC further than just like hanging out with them and poking fun at them. What would happen?
Yeah, I agree with that. I know that in the last world we were kind of just like go, gotta get through the games, gotta get like all of this stuff. There wasn't as much time for NPC interaction, but I would love, like, as a very character driven person myself, I would love to see like more interactions with NPCs and allowing like that deeper character within the NPCs to shine through.
I think it really depends on the world. Like some of these worlds, like that last one, was not set up for y'all to find NPCs to get attached to like interact a lot with. It was built very much. But like the next world, depending on how y'all handle the situation, there's either a lot of room or absolutely zero room for NPC interaction. And it's the same, like, there's a lot of the worlds where, like, depending on how you want to handle it, there's a chance for, like, a ton of interaction or very little. Because it like, a lot of it depends on, like, do you guys want help from the locals sort of thing? Or are you just going to go for it, you see the problem, you solve the problem sort of energy?
Yeah, I suppose a lot of that comes down to, like, how much we choose to interact with the NPCs.
Yeah, because I think the stakes were really high in the last world, where it was just like, we're literally going to die if we don't like, we and everybody here is going to die if we don't figure something out. Which was kind of cool, because then, like, we had, like, a very concrete reason to interact with the NPCs, It was like, no, we have a job to do. Like, you all search with Business Ray while we're doing this thing over here. And we got some palling around it, but I think, yeah, I'm interested to see how all of us can end up talking to NPCs when we don't have such like a run and gun, we have a job to do kind of thing, but still in a playful world. I don't know. I'm curious, especially since Peebus is so. I think Peebus uses like picking fun and jokes and stuff to avoid who Peebus really is. Like, I don't know. So I'm curious to see how that stuff sort of comes into play as we go through different sort of velocities of adventure, very high-paced ones and slower-paced ones.
I mean, once we get to level 5, Ray is going to want to go back to at least that last world we are at, and possibly the next, possibly all of them, because Ray is going to gain an ability and start wanting to collect people's names. So we're going to have to go visit people so Ray can set up his interdimensional communication network.
Cool. Well, we got Kyle.
I don't know the Warlock class. What?
Well, I'm going Pact of the Tome, and you get a book. And one of the invocations you can get is, let me just pull up, make sure I'm getting the name right on it. But basically, while I'm looking for the name, what it lets you do is it lets you get people to write their names in the book. And I think I mathed it. There's a formula. I'm looking for it. I think I get 9, up to 9 names. So you can't put everybody in it.
Mm-hmm.
But anybody whose name is in the book, here it is, Prescribe, which can contain a number of names equal to proficiency bonus. So it's only going to be like 3 or 4, and I think not 4 till level 9. But like I'm going to want to go get who was the guy in charge of Kyle?
Kyle.
Probably going to want to put Kyle in it.
Gotta have a Kyle.
Gotta have a Kyle. And then, what it is you can cast a sending spell targeting a creature whose name is on the page without using a spell slot and without using material components. To do so, you must write the message on the page. The target hears the message, and if they reply, their message appears on the page and then disappears after a minute.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
That'll be fun to play
Armius
with.
on there. Armius was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Armius and then like, I mean, you do you. It's your character, of course, but like Armius and then a player that has no interest in helping us whatsoever, just so we can bother them just all the time. Like, I don't care. Please stop messaging me.
You're like those spam callers.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, we've come to talk to you about your car's extended. I don't want to hear about it.
I don't care. Oh my gosh.
Take levels in necromancy. Hi, I'm here to contact you about your body's extended warranty.
Oh my god.
Nice. Oh, that was such a good joke.
That was pretty solid.
Yeah, Jamie, I'm going to think about that one for a little while.
I saw
really
it on a
good
meme
joke.
somewhere, I'll be honest.
No,
Hey,
that's
no.
fair.
It was
take
totally
credit.
on a D&D meme in one of the mini servers that I look into get good memes.
So how'd y'all feel about Death World? How did we enjoy the death?
It was so much fun. I'm actually surprised that we ended up being able to, like, aside from, Business Ray dying in the murder mystery, we managed to get through without, like, actually dying or losing anybody in our team. I was expecting our numbers to go
Y'all were
down and
so
then, like,
close.
for us to keep having to come up with, like, new names depending on how many people we had in our group.
Yeah.
Y'all got some really good rolls at very pinnacle time. Like, the timing on the good rolls was phenomenal. Especially, like, the place where you guys were most likely was, like, the dropper, parkour, and hide and
Yeah.
seek.
I got nervous during a couple of those, so it was like, oh my gosh, like, if there's a bad roll here, that's curse splat.
There
Yeah.
was one bad roll, and then you were with Top Hat Man and went, no, let me cheer for my team. And I was like, that's why you're there. Like, you joined him to, like, get close and help. Like, I have to give that to you.
Thanks. I mean, I think because I did it twice, I think. And the first time I wasn't aware of how dire it was. But I was also like, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point between meeting Top Hat Man and this very moment right now that we're in, that I had a dream, like a nightmare with Top Hat Man in it. Because dude was menacing. And I've been picturing the Babadook the whole time. With the Babadook. It's like a boogeyman type monster thing with a top hat and his creepy smile and scary long fingers. And that's who I've been picturing the entire time. So like,
hello, I hate this man.
I know, he's really scary.
I don't like this man.
So I was like, I was a little jazzed by Top Hat Man the whole time.
No, okay, so that's completely different than what I was picturing. I was picturing silly Blockman with a cloak and a top hat.
Well,
He was covering his features.
Yeah, I saw the bad guy from Frosty the Snowman.
Oh. Now I have to look up Babadook Minecraft skins real quick.
Oh god.
Why?
I just gotta see if they exist. Oh, they exist. Look at that.
There's a
they are
Minecraft skin
unsettling.
for like everything. Jamie, that is exactly the energy we were trying to put into this man. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
know
that's
that
what
the
I
man
got the
from
whole time.
Frosty was the one I was picturing, but that's exactly what I was picturing.
Yeah. And he like twirls the mustache and everything.
Yeah.
Like either that or the one from Rocky and Bullwinkle, which is just like a shorter version of that guy.
Yeah, right. There was a big top hat villain phase in cartoons, wasn't there?
Yeah, I kind of took some liberties from that.
I could definitely be down with like a spin-off series of the history of Top Hat Man. Like, how did he come to be? How did he end up seeing his chance in Hypixel and being like, I'm going to take over the server?
I have a rough, if you want it. I have like a rough. It's not a solid like here's what happened, but it's like a rough. He was a player, but he's bad player. And the only thing he was good at was like the actual like PvP stuff. And so he was like, I don't want to lose anymore. And so he just kind of, there's a little bit more to it that's spoilers that helped him, but it was essentially, he got really upsetty spaghetti and took it out on Hypixel.
So he's sort of like Eyes from the Minecraft Civilization series on YouTube. That's a deep cut, but
What?
if one person gets it, you know the Minecraft Civilization, you'll see thumbnails for them all the time, but it's like I simulated a thing in Minecraft with 100 players and they're all on different teams.
Oh.
It's currently like some of my favorite Minecraft content out there. It's incredibly well done.
Like, do you just watch everyone, or is there specific?
Oh yeah. Shout out to Speed Silver. Speed Silver's really good. Sword 4000's really good. Yeah, there's a number of them. But there's a player named Eyes, who is kind of that. He's like really, really good at PvP. Like really good at PvP, but he's also like a dick. And he gets really like mad when he loses. Right? I mean, he's frankly like a toxic dude, or at least that's the like YouTube character that he plays. So that's kind of who I was picturing for Top Hat Man. He was like, you know what? I'm taking over. I'm in charge now.
That's essentially the energy of Top Hat Man. There's a bit more to it, but like spoilers, so I can't say.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's the base. That's the base.
Speaking of spoilers, I know where the next world is because we had a side
because we had to have a discussion about it.
We had to have
a little chit chat,
a little secret D&D session about it, and I'm very excited.
I'm so excited.
But I'm curious, Petal and Jamie, what are you thinking for? What are you hoping for in the next world? Or maybe not hoping for.
Unfortunately, I also know.
Oh my gosh! So Petal, I guess.
Wait, did
if
I
you're
tell
new,
you? Oh, I did.
Yeah, when we were going over the world.
Yeah, we had to go through. We went through everything. You told me you'd forget. You told me you'd forget.
I remember we talked about it, but yeah,
Jamie,
I don't know what
Jamie
but
and
I just
had
feel
a planning
unfair
session.
answering that question because even though I don't really remember, we did talk about it. So like I know even though I don't know.
That's fair.
In there somewhere.
And if I try to guess, I might remember.
The thing that Jamie knows is basics about almost every world. And it's because I needed a planning buddy because mine have been busy. And I was like, I need to figure this out. And so I like sat down with Jamie and was like, Jamie, help. Because it was mostly to figure out, I want to have guests. I was
just going to say, we were figuring out potential guest stars.
And so I had to go through and I had to like talk about all of the worlds on a very like base level and be like, here's the generic concept. Like you're like, this world has no one in it. This world is like Hypixel, high populated. This world is like...
Yeah, and the only one I remember anything about is the next one. And all I basically remember is healthcare.
Okay.
Healthcare.
Gotta have that good healthcare.
You gotta.
But yeah, so I feel a lot better about. We have a list, which, by the way, if anybody wants to, you can tweet at us, post, comment on Instagram, put something in the Discord. Who would you like to see on pod? We have a list of people, which you guys, if you guys have any ideas, there's like the people to invite maybe channel under business things.
I'm gonna
Business.
get
Don't have any
Notch.
ideas.
I'm gonna get Notch himself.
So Eric, I do want you to actually take a peek at the second grouping of names. Don't say it but just the second grouping of names on there. The first one. In people to invite.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited.
So I'm gonna try. I have a plan. I'm gonna try. There's also, I mean, I'll say this one. I would love to have Gus Rachels from Unprepared Casters. This is D&D. Minecraft is his thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you going for D&D people or Minecraft people?
Both.
Both? Okay.
And it's kind of his fault that we even play.
True. His and Haley's. So, what I want when it comes to guests, I think ideally is someone who at least understands conceptually what D&D is. Because I think it would be really difficult, 2 worlds from now, to be so only Minecraft, no D&D. Here, why don't you play with people who have a firm grasp on D&D, and where Petal and Jamie, I'm feeling confident that they're learning more about Minecraft and I don't want somebody to feel like they're completely lost if they were to join. I think there'd be ways to work on that and prevent that. I just don't know. I'm a decently new player. This is my first long form anything. I've ran a handful of one-shots. That's about it. So I don't feel confident in my ability to be able to facilitate someone brand new to D&D.
That's what I'm for.
Yeah, we've got enough nerds to go around, so we can probably fill in some gaps.
Yeah, last night I was helping a friend of mine who was in our Discord, Bean, make their first D&D character and teaching them from the ground up, so...
That's cool.
Then I guess I could go for more just straight up Minecraft people. But the ones that are listed are either straight up D&D that I think are interested in Minecraft, or people who I know like both.
Yeah, no, having someone who just knows Minecraft and going at it and having them just do Minecraft things and then having me and you pull up the D&D mechanics out of our brains for it would be hella fun.
Oh, yeah. I think
That's
Barbara
fair.
would be great, too. I had a couple... improv-y, bitty interactions with Barber in Questcraft Season 1. And he's just got such a good, deadpan, subtle delivery where, he doesn't say very much, and then he just, snipes
so
in
good.
an amazing joke.
Well, he was so good during, what bit was he there for?
Oh, was it the
Because
trial?
it wasn't my no, because he didn't make it to my trial because
that's
Azure
right,
had
yeah.
to step up and be against me for my trial, and then Azure was like, "You also murdered me," and I was like, "You can't claim that here. That's not part of this trial. Wrong jurisdiction."
That was such a fun, not to just keep going, but that was such a fun, the whole thing. When they put me on the stand, they were like, Eric, answer honestly. Did Tay or did Tay not drop you into lava on purpose? And I was like, it was a bit, but yeah, they did, but it was a bit.
We had this whole, I think I posted a TikTok on it where I was just like, Eric, I was heartbroken, and then you were like, no, don't ask me that, anything but that.
I couldn't lie on the stand. I was in front of the king. I was getting very esoteric perhaps Season 1 stuff.
Yeah. Which is not what this podcast is about. But no, so yes, if they let me know, recommendations are wonderful. Because I want to try and have some. As well as I want to, there's a lot of things I want to try and do. But what else about this world, about Hypixel?
I'm just curious, Tay, if you're able to tell us what would have happened if we had died.
I was really hoping you weren't going to. That's the first one is we were trying very hard not to, I didn't end up, and I wasn't going to, I don't think, fudge any rolls to keep y'all alive. I think had one of y'all been supposed to die, I think I would have then taken out one of your NPCs.
Eesh.
That makes sense.
I'm glad we didn't.
I don't know for sure.
And also, how are people getting to the Hypixel world? So was that just people who just joined Hypixel and all of a sudden it's like, oh, now I'm in scary Babadook world?
Yeah, so there's several ways. There's like the people who were like just joining Hypixel. And then, for example, like you guys, the way that it happened for you guys is you were kind of like in that void heading towards a world, but it was like an unknown, like you guys didn't have a destination in mind. It was just
Right.
kind of like, all right, I guess we'll do this. And so then just the idea that like he just kind of yeeted you in. He was like, oh, I'll take that one.
Gotcha.
Because y'all were just there. You didn't have an end destination in mind.
Right. And also, is there a real life Kyle, like the actual owner of Hypixel? Is that supposed to be?
I have no clue.
It's Kyle now.
So here's why we got Kyle, okay? I was playing a game on stream called Fate, and chat tried to get me to name the character Peebus. I was like, I'm not going to be Peebus, guys. We're not going to have Peebus go do a dungeon crawl, actually. So I went, no, we're not Peebus, we're Kyle. And it just popped in. You were like, pick it up on the spot. And I was like, all right, not Peebus, Kyle.
Kyle.
It was going to be Kyle or Steve, because also when it came time to name the dog, I then was like, well, Steve, I guess.
Kyle and Steve.
Yeah.
Going on adventures.
Fate is fun, and you get the fish and you feed your dog and it shapeshifts.
What?
At least the first one, yeah. Like you do the fishing in the town because the fish are actually useful. You could sell them for money, of course, but yeah, you could use them to turn your dog into different animals to help you out.
Wait, you know the game!
Yeah, I played the first one
That's
when
my
it came
favorite
out,
game.
like probably before some of you were born.
I think it came out. Hold on.
Fate 1's at least 15 years old. But there is a sequel,
2005.
Fate 2. Yeah, so 18 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started playing it then shortly after it came out. I started playing it at like 6 or 7.
Yeah, like the sequel is supposed to. I haven't played Fate 2 yet, but it's supposed to be really good too. But people still play the first one. Yeah, Fate's fun.
I love it. Anyway. Back to refocusing again.
We are good at grinding dirt.
Okay, I do want to ask, how y'all's characters, how do you think they've grown? What do you think, you tell me about your characters after this world.
Yeah, I'll jump in and start. I think Groki has just like continued to really just lean into this sort of like kindness and concern for other people, and I think even though Groki doesn't know what exactly it was that bugged them in the dodgeball during that time when they were going up against that family, Groki doesn't entirely remember what all that is about, but subconsciously there's a deep motivation there. I can't say too much because it's still spoilery, but there's like a deeper motivation to be like, oh my goodness, I gotta be like, I gotta put all the good into the world that I can.
Yeah, I do remember that moment when Groki was visibly shaken and Peebus
Yes.
noticed. I mean, I never found out what that was from, but I'm very curious to see how that develops.
I'm very excited.
I'm very excited as well.
Because interestingly enough about Groki is like Peebus has one world that like directly relates to Peebus. The rest, like, I've tied in things, I've pulled things, but there's a single world that's like Peebus's world. And same with Business Ray. Each have like a single world that's like their world. Groki, on the other hand, does not have like a set world that I'm like, this world is Groki's world. There's like several where it's like, this world is partially Groki's world. This world is Groki's section of this world, actually.
Oh,
So
I am
I really
so
hope we
curious
get
now.
to. I want to get to one of those soon. I'm hoping in the next couple worlds, because
Oh, I have my theories as to why it's all scattered, but I don't want to say anything now because I'd be spilling out all of Groki's backstory all at once.
Petal went, I have a backstory. Here, it's yours now. And I went, wonderful. Thank you so much.
I love doing that, like creating a backstory and then like leaving things and just like giving it to the DM and be like, you don't have to do anything with this, but if you want to, it's yours to play with.
I have some theories on Groki that, like, in case I'm right, I don't want to like get into.
No, you gotta get into it, because I'm not gonna confirm or deny. I don't think Petal will.
Well,
I will confirm or deny.
And this might be all like I don't know, but like one thing about Groki having several worlds that they are tied to is the thing about slimes is when you defeat a slime, it doesn't die immediately, it divides. So like if there's a big slime and you kill it, it turns into 2 smaller slimes. And then if you kill those, now it turns into 2 more. And so like perhaps Groki was one of the smaller slimes that sort of came from a larger one. And so Groki has a bunch of like siblings essentially, but they're all they're all like kind of clones of each other. They're all like, they're not quite siblings in that they're different. They're like part of the same whole. But I don't know. I mean, again, total guess. I don't know, but that's
a cool theory.
That's a cool theory. Okay, I'll take cool theory.
But also just for people who do know Minecraft stuff, or don't know, I should say, just a quick correction on how slimes work. The big one can split from 2 to 4.
Oh, excuse me, 2 to 4.
And then it can do 2 to 4 baby ones from the medium one. So you can have like one slime that turns into up to 16 little tiny guys.
Jeepers. That's right, yeah.
That's a lot of slime.
It's a lot. But the little baby slime don't actually hurt you. It's only the bigger ones.
That's like a mid 2000s Nickelodeon level of slime.
You can't say that on television.
What about like Peebus or Business Ray? How are they after this world? Tell me about your guy.
Business Ray is unhappy with the deductible and the health insurance going up.
I never said it went up.
No, but it's yellow now.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it went up.
Yeah, it's
Nobody
not good.
said it went up.
It's not good.
Who said it's bad, though, either? Business Ray's out here making assumptions about his deductible and his insurance without any facts.
Can I just jump in here and say, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
When Business Ray died, the thing, he went from green to yellow.
Oh yeah.
See, that's got to be an increase in deductible.
That's got to be. I can't think of anything else that it would be.
He's
yeah.
going off of. You guys aren't going off of facts. All you're going off of is assumptions. You're just assuming things. You're taking the current world healthcare system and putting it on our little Minecraft boys. And who's to say that there even are deductibles? Who's to say?
I mean, because
Exactly.
otherwise, what do you deduct?
But, you know, that Business Ray is just going with what Business Ray knows, because that's all they got.
Yeah.
So much stuff that Business Ray says does not apply to the Minecraft world of the game at all.
So much. It's beautiful.
Oh, I can't wait till we get to the building episode.
That's next episode.
I am curious what your ideas are for what Ray keeps referencing, building and whatnot.
We need a place to do business, you know, link up with people, make connections.
I was gonna let y'all do that like last episode, and then I was like, we're too close on time. I want to give Ray his time to shine.
Yeah, I wanted to try to squish all three of us into 10 to 15 minutes. No.
Yeah.
We're going to need like a good half hour for that.
Oh, yeah. I'm expecting next episode to still be on I'm going to call it the default world, just because that's what it is. This is your home base, the main hub, all that jazz. How's Peebus doing? How's our not a villager doing?
Not a villager. Peebus is I don't know. I think his boredom is getting relieved in a way. I think because he's pretty much been focused on, well, I guess I can't spoil that either. But he's sort of had a sort of a singular goal for a while now, and so having, one like new people around, which is really nice, like new players around, but also just having like other stuff to do is really good for Peebus. But I also think it's sort of making him confront himself a little bit, where he's like, all right, outside of this singular thing that I've been trying to do, who am I? Am I mean? Apparently I'm kind of mean. I make fun of people's names and stuff and like whatever. So I don't know. I think he's doing well. I think he's how do I say this? He's doing well, but he's sort of making his way around the hero's journey kind of thing. So he's not doing well in like he feels good all the time, but he's like developing. He's like learning about himself, which I think is helpful.
I'm so proud of him. I cannot wait to see where this little guy goes because I honestly love him so much.
Me too. I think he's a nice guy, and I think his heart's in the right place. I think he's just sort of scared to be vulnerable.
Oh,
which
adorable.
Is not me projecting whatsoever at all, in the least.
What are D&D characters if not projections of ourselves in one way or another?
I know, right? But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm also excited for Peebus to I don't know, like admit that he likes and perhaps even cares about Grokey and Ray. Because I think he clearly knows that he likes them because he doesn't have to keep hanging out with them. None of us have to keep hanging out with each other, but we do because we like make a cool team and it's more fun that way. And so I think Ray's gonna come, or not Ray. Peebus is. I don't know. I want to say like what his arc is because I don't know how the story's gonna play out, but like is learning that like he doesn't have to be like alone in his mind. He can be with others and whatnot.
That's really cute. I love that. So how do y'all feel about Linguini, everything with that?
Yeah, what's going on with that? I have no idea.
This is starting to seem like it's not just an ordinary missing persons case.
No, really, it's not. Are you sure? It might just be a missing persons case. It might just be a casual missing persons case.
I don't think the average missing persons leaves behind barrels of gold pieces and a mysterious book in a language that most people can't read.
No, so
I don't
the
know what
book
you
was
mean.
in
It's right there.
the book was in common. It was just the who signed it. So Minecraft books work. The way that Minecraft books work is they are a book and quill until you sign them. And when you sign them, it automatically puts your name. It'll say, you get to put the title, but it'll say title by, and then automatically put your username. So it was just like the username part that was in Celestial.
Still, that's not ordinary to have your name in Celestial.
I guess not. I mean, the way that you describe the characters, and by the characters I mean the letters on the page, it sounded very much like when you're at an enchantment table in Minecraft, and it's like the spell names are all gobbledygook until.
Oh, really? That's how it sounded?
That's how it sounded. Yeah, that's how it sounded to old Eric.
Yeah.
Which I guess in this universe is Celestial speak.
Ding, ding, ding.
Hey-o! But also, like in Minecraft, it never explains what that language is. It's just kind of whatever. It's the ancient language of Minecraft or whatever. So I'm really curious to see what you've come up with for what that is in this world.
I will say a lot of the inspiration that I got for ideas and stuff is from like fanfic ideas that theories that people have done as like an overall like I watch almost exclusively Minecraft YouTubers. That is the majority of the like content that I consume. That and like things relating to it. So there's things that are from like random fan theories that I've seen on TikTok that I was like, but what if? There's things that actual content creators have put out. There's things that have been like hinted at but never explained, or like different things like that. A lot of my ideas and things have come from just a giant amalgamation of other people's thoughts and ideas and theories on different things mixed with my own.
That's cool.
And
It's like a kit dash of cool
yeah.
stuff.
The biggest one, honestly, the biggest one that I'm comfortable revealing, is there's a theory that went around that, like, what if every single Minecraft SMP was connected? And there was recently, was it Ren? Ren the dog? Or somebody from Hermitcraft recently did this giant, like, thing that was like, this series connects here through this series connects here through this, and created, like, this giant, like web that connected a bunch of the series. And I was like, that's how my brain has always thought of this, is what if your single player worlds, every single SMP you're on, the big ones, things like MCC, the big like sporty Minecraft event, like what if those were all connected? Because some people, like a lot of the creators, like when they go into one, for example, there's a series that is currently going on as of time of recording. A couple days ago, episode 2 released, called Limited Life, and it's a series created by Grian.
Oh yeah.
And the people in Limited Life will reference the previous seasons of it. But they hold no, like somebody was talking about how like the lore behind that is like they don't have an emotional attachment to the things that happened in the past. Like it's like they've been reset each season. That's the concept that they're like, my theory is that it resets because they have knowledge of them, but they don't have any emotional attachment. So like that concept of like those are connected through that. Well, then that's also connected to a really old series called Evo, because Green has been referenced as a watcher in that, which is like a character that was created in the Evo series. And so like they all connect. And then like Pearl has talked about that series, I think, on Hermitcraft. So then that brings in, that means that Evo is part of Hermit's, you know. So it's like different way that those connect, and I think it's really, really cool. And that was like the base concept that I had for this was, what if they are all connected? But, and then that's spoiler territory.
That's really cool. I haven't watched Limited Life yet. I've watched all Grian's other Life series, I guess, Last Life and all the other ones.
Third Life, Double Life.
Third Life, Double Life, yeah. I really want to make a server that is that for like Questcraft people, but servers ... are expensive. So,
yeah. Although if you need ideas for those, I did do like a mini TikTok series where I came up with like 12 ideas.
Oh, did you really?
I did. We can talk later about that.
Cool.
But yeah, so that's something that I was like, and then Wreck-It Ralph style, I was like, what if there was a world that everybody just like goes back to?
Yeah,
like the
that'd be
game's
cool.
offline, everybody goes here. So for the majority of this, the characters, the NPCs that you are interacting with are not like the content creators' characters. They're like what's left behind when they leave.
Oh.
Interesting.
Cool. Interesting. That's kind of eerie in a way. Like, I wonder what my Minecraft character is doing right now, you know? Like, getting into all sorts of adventures and stuff, taking over Hypixel.
Yeah, so that's the I thought that was like a really cool way to just like, you know, connect them. I was like, what if it was like Wreck-It Ralph style, they're left behind, but they're all connected.
That's really cool. I like that a lot. I'm really curious. I don't know why this just popped into my head, but I'm really curious of what Good Time with Scars Minecraft character does when he's not playing. Because I just imagine him as like a a traveling snake oil salesman, you know, like setting up little businesses and stuff.
We did have him briefly in the first arc. Yeah.
We did. He ate the goo with me, I believe.
Did he? I think he did. He was okay. He was the only one that passed the save. You're right. And then was like, this doesn't work for elven cookies, actually. No, I love also like pulling in those things. Like, I really love the idea. And I don't remember who I saw it from. It's like a big, like, all the fans have pretty much agreed on it. But like the content creator, character Good Times with Scar, he's constantly in a wheelchair, and it's just been like Minecraft characters have like figured out ways to like make everything accessible for like wheelchair users or people who like just need any extra support. Like there's like readily available resources. I was like, I love that actually.
I like that very, very much. Yes. That is nice. Yeah, I'm really excited for this next world. I'm excited to see, like, it's weird, like, when you play a character like this, and I mean, everybody here and most people listening, I imagine, have some role-playing experience. When you're playing a character and you know, like, when there's a certain thing that when this happens to this character, if this happens to this character, is a really big deal to them. It's like a mind fuck for them. And I don't know how Peebus is going to respond. Like, I'm playing Peebus, but I don't know how Peebus is going to respond. And that's a really weird feeling. But one of my favorite things about like improv roleplay is like, even though I'm playing the character, I'm still curious to see what happens with this character that I'm playing, you know, because what that character does is going to change on like my mood at the time, but also like everybody else I'm role playing with's mood at the time. Like it's collaborative storytelling, but like I think that's one of the things that gets me so jazzed about it is you never really know everything. Even if you're the one playing the character, you still don't know what's going to happen and how people are going to react and how your own character is going to react to things. And so I'm really excited for that in the coming episodes as Peebus encounters stuff. We'll say.
I think on that note, I think it's like really fun too as a DM. Like I know certain things, but like I have to prep different things now because Peebus knows a lot of things about certain things that you, Eric, don't know. So like I am literally realizing that like I'm going to have to at different times make like lore sheets that like, hey, here's some information that's probably going to become relevant. You know this, actually. This is for you. This is readily available because character knows it, even though player doesn't.
Nice. In the LARPing world, we call that flow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you know, you don't know this, but your character does, so there you go. Like, what?
I love that.
But Tay, I also just want to say, Jesus, way to hit it. Like, I've never ceased to be impressed with just all the stuff that you're putting into this. I mean, I'm not surprised at all, but like,
I was going to say, I started doing D&D and immediately went, what if I made my own class?
Yeah, what if you made a whole fucking thing that did not exist beforehand?
Have I told you, I literally made an entire new class? That's like a partial caster, partial melee. That is like decently balanced. I've done various one-shots where I've gotten to play characters. I made 6 subclasses with it too, immediately.
Wow, that's impressive.
Nice.
I just for funsies, you know. I was like, ooh, this would be because I remember I looked at like into like all of the classes and stuff, and I was like, yeah, but this one is like all punch, and then it's like, here's a little bit of flavor spells for you, or like this one's all spell. You can't blink to save your life, actually. And I was like, but what if I want to hit someone, and then other times I just want to be like, no, take a spell. And so I created a class for that.
That's cool. I would love just a what's the word? A jack of all trades class. Like you can kind of do everything.
That is the concept.
That's awesome.
There was a class, what was it called? The Ledgermain or something that was introduced very, very close to the end of 3.5 in one of the last books. And it was basically, yeah, you could do everything a little bit. You got these points, and you could, like, spend a point to do 3 dice worth of healing. You could spend a point to have a first level spell and cast it once. You could spend a point to get an extra attack this round. You could spend a point to get really high on a skill check.
That's cool.
But they couldn't do anything. So, like, you were really good at whatever you wanted to be for, like, 5 minutes a day.
Oh, ouch. My life.
But, like, you could, but it could be, like, was, like, different every day. You could come up with it almost on the spot. But, like, yeah, those things are lots of fun.
I also, one of the things I really like is the ability. So it's called the witch class. I'm just going to talk about it for a sec because I love it. And I think I want to throw some NPCs that are like this class in at some point. I have a couple ideas for it. But there's like a thing that like at level 2 they get like called jar work, where they get to literally put a spell. They're a physical caster. Every single spell has a physical component. They cannot do a spell without a physical component. But there's like a jar where they can put the stuff and the spell slot in a jar. And then for the next, like, I think it's 24 hours, they can use that jar as a bonus action. They can throw it or open it to then use that spell. So
That's
they
a
can
really cool
stockpile to be
concept.
able to do like several spells in a turn. Or like pass them off to like the barbarian could get one. But it takes, they have to plan ahead. They have to be like, okay, we're going to use these tomorrow.
That's really cool.
It's a whole different, it's a whole different like balancing system when it comes to like resource management. And I love her so much. But yeah, any last thoughts on this stuff, like podcast?
Podcast.
I'm excited for moving forward because Ray's going to get down to business now. You know, with the deductible going up, we gotta really start knuckle down and getting some stuff done. We haven't got much done yet.
Is this going to be the part of the D&D campaign where the players inevitably try to start a small business?
Probably.
Every
I
time.
mean, I'm hoping for passive income and make some money while we're off world.
Nice.
I could get on board with that. I could be convinced.
I feel like this episode should be titled Talk Back, episode 16, Talk Back, Ray Gets Down to Business.
I might.
I feel like every episode could be titled that.
Ray gets down
Not
to
all
business.
of them, but most of them, yeah.
I mean, I'm struggling to think of a single moment in which Ray has not been getting down to business. You know?
No, but it's just like a couple of the episodes that has not been like Ray has always been focused, but it hasn't been like something where it's like Ray's focus. This is the focus of the scene.
That's true.
Episode titles are hard, guys.
They are indeed.
Like, oh my gosh, last week's I was sitting there staring at the screen for so long before I finally was like, what did I even title it? I don't even remember. I'm looking. Collecting blocks. Literally, episode 10, I went, episode 10, collecting blocks. Because that was what you guys were focused on. But I was like, what do I call this?
Blocks. Gotta collect them.
Also, you guys might be happy to hear, all time. So for the past, 2.5 months, we've had a total of over 400 listens.
Nice.
Wow, all right.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
It's really cool.
Overall episodes?
Yeah, over all of them.
Well, yeah, dude.
Our top has over 100.
Oh my goodness.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which one is our top?
Episode 1.
That makes
That's
sense.
usually how it goes.
But I do have to say, so a lot of people listen right when the episode comes out.
Nice.
That is really fun.
Within an hour. And I'm like, whoa, hello. I love you. No, it's I love this baby. I'm so proud of her.
It's a good baby. As babies go, it's a good one.
Yeah.
You know, up there.
I agree.
With,
All right, is there anything else we want to talk about this episode? Because time is basically up.
I'm curious about Kyle too. Also, I don't know if Kyle levels. I mean, we'll probably go back to see Kyle at some point, or at least send him a little message in the Cool Magic book. But I like Kyle.
I won't lie to you. Kyle was made because y'all still had another episode there. I went, y'all need something for this episode, some interaction with someone, instead of just like, hi, we're here. Do we stay? Do we go? So I went, here, have a Kyle.
I like Kyle.
No, that's it. Because I was just before he started flying, like Visitor was about to like start like, okay, do we know which direction from here the portal is? Draw the book, take out the pickaxe, and dig us a hole there.
I figured someone had to say thank you to you guys and like start to show that like things were gonna go back to normal.
Yeah, it was a nice.
Y'all were successful.
Like denouement, like okay, everybody's getting back to regular business.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Wonderful episode. So you guys will not be leveling up. You guys are leveling up soon.
Cool.
In pod. I know you guys, we were gonna do it a different time, so you guys already have it. But you're leveling up when the next time you guys go through the portal. So when you go to the next world, that is when y'all will be leveling up.
Okay.
I have to wait for Bob?
Yeah, you do. Sorry. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening to this Talkback episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to message us on Twitter or Instagram at Adventure SMP Pod on both of those, or you can join our Patreon in our cute little server at patreon.com/Adventure SMP Podcast.
Hey!
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here. Goodbye.
I hope you enjoyed the episode. I thought it was really fun to just kind of catch up and hear where the players think we're at and that sort of thing. I always think it's fun. Yeah, if you want to give comments, questions, concerns, anything like that, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Adventure SMP Podcast. No, I'm so sorry. That one's Adventure SMP Pod. But if you want to support the show, you can find us at patreon.com/Adventure SMP Podcast. That's where we have the full name, because Twitter is not nice and won't let us have our full name. Thank you so much for asking. I'm gonna make this a really quick outro because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired. But thank you so much to our server gods, Marissa, Mary, and Gunn, whose support means the absolute world. Alright, goodbye!